All right. All right, let's get into this thing here. Um, gonna break down this trade. Hopefully I could do this thing in a very short time. I'm gonna try to keep it short. Um, gonna break down stock symbol BBBY Bed Bath and Beyond, and why did I short this thing today? Where I did. All right, so let me jump on a minute here, and I'm back on the daily. Let me just break down the daily chart. I'm gonna try to do this fast. So, all right, so this is what I'm looking for. So on this day here, we had a big gap up, and let me just zoom in a little bit so you can see better. On this day, we had a big gap up here, and you see what happened on this day. Closes weak. Um, and this is what I was looking for today. This day, we had this massive gap up here, and then repeated the same thing today. So as we know, history tends to repeat itself. Um, we had a massive gap up, and then we had this. It could close this week, and today you could see the same thing happen. Had a massive gap up, and it closed the week. Um, so here's the area right here. Let me break it down for you guys. There it is. This gap right here. This first gap here. I'm gonna. Okay. Let me change this thing. Get this drawing tool back up. All right. So here it is. We have this gap here. Um, I'm just gonna point out a few top. We have this support. I mean, this resistant area right here. This daily top right here. Gonna point it out. We have another one here. But this area, this gap area right here, is where I was looking for, where I was looking to trade this thing. Actually, I took a short on that before, and I'm gonna show you why. Let me jump on a minute chart here. Um, Come on, this thing is acting crazy. So I took a short here, a short position here, and the only reason why I took this trade is because this thing was very overextended. It was very overextended, so I shorted at this 1250 area, as we know, whole and a half dollar marks area is where I took the short 1250, and it ended up crashing. I covered all the way down bottom, so that was a successful trade. Now the second trade that I took on this was was here at the top, and I'm gonna break it down and show you why. So a lot of people was asking me why did I short it there, and this is why. This is why this it has nothing to do with the daily chart actually, because there was a gap. Let me go back and show you. There was the gap here to fill, but as you can see, it didn't really get there. It was a partial fill. But this is why I took that trade here. Let me zoom in, go a little bit more. This is why. Because okay, before I get to that, I learned from a lot of different people, different mentors. We all know we're a mafia with Mike right now, but before Mike, I learned from a few other mentors, and I learned different strategies. Now, this doji candle right here was actually one of my confirmation that this thing was going to turn around, and you can see this area right here, this 1288 area is where the gap is, and it didn't quite get there because it was a partial fill, and it turned around. Um, so this top here is where I actually got in. I was looking to short this thing once I saw this doji here. I was looking for confirmation that this thing is going to turn around, and this is why. This is here. This is why I shorted right here. Let me get on. Actually, let me get my drawing tool. Let me just pull it up here. So we have this here. This is called trend line trading, right? and I learned this from a few other mentors. Um, it works. It's a strategy that actually works. Actually, this is called trend line trading. So you can see this is the gap here, right at right around 1288. Um, but this doji right here, it kind of for me it confirmed that this thing wasn't gonna go any further. And all I was looking for was this trend line here to crack. And once it cracked the trend line here, I took my short position and it went down. Just like I said, just like I predicted. I said this thing in the chat this morning. I alerted this morning right before the bell rang that I was looking to short BBBY, a Bed Bath and Beyond, but I didn't put a price on it. But I was actually waiting for it to get to the gap and fill. But as you can see, it didn't get there. And this doji right here was one of my confirmation that it wasn't gonna go any further. And once it cracks the trend line, that's when I got in, and you can see what happened. I got this whole move back down here, which was a very successful trade for me. So that's it. That's the whole story on this. And this is not a news tragedy. This is, like I said, this is just something that I learned elsewhere. Um, and it proved itself today. That's why I did it. The gap was there, but it didn't quite get there. I traded this. I shorted this off this trend line. All I was looking for was for this trend line to crack, and once it cracked the trend line, I was in, and that was it. So it's a short video, guys. It's short and sweet and spicy, and that's about it. Hope it helps, and I see you guys on the next one.